Hello and welcome to GYSB Talks. Get your sexy back talks with host Carla Palmer. That's me. Welcome to another episode. This is the #1 podcast for women 50 plus who want to elevate to their next level of optimal living. Here at GYSB Talks, we focus on a holistic approach to wellness, physically, mentally, financially, spiritually, emotionally, and in relationships. I am so happy and oh so grateful that you are here with us today and every week. Now, let's get into today's topic, shall we? What's up, you guys? Carla Palmer here, host of GYSB Talks. I am here for another solo episode. So as I was thinking about what we could talk about today, I thought about what I have currently been trying to do more of, and that is more of journaling and using my 100 Days of Believing Bigger journal. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this journal, but let me tell you something. I discovered this journal during the pandemic. I think it was in 2020, maybe a little before 2020. And it's a devotional journal. It is by Marshawn Evans Daniels. And she is a motivational speaker. She is a business coach. She is a Christian leader. And she has this incredible book to help us get through life and to elevate, which to me is in direct alignment with the GYSB movement. And so when I was thinking about what I could talk about today, I wanted to talk about Philippians 4:8. I am a daughter of a pastor. My dad was a pastor up until the day that he died. So he was a pastor as long as I knew him. I am in my 50s. My dad died in 2016. So I grew up in the church. I am not a Bible thumper. I am not somebody who knows the word inside out, but I am trying to do better with that. And the thing that I like about this journal is that it allows you to pull out scriptures that are in alignment with what she's trying to give you in that lesson. And then there's also a prompt that allows you to write something that you thought about the lesson for the day. So let's start with Philippians 4:8. Finally, believers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable and worthy of respect, whatever is right and confirmed by God's word, whatever is pure and wholesome, whatever is lovely and brings peace, whatever is admirable and of good repute, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think continually on these things. Center your mind on them and implant them into your heart. Okay? Why did I think this one was a good one to share? I thought this was a good one to share because it's really talking about the things that we focus on, the things that we allow into our spirit, we allow to permeate through our minds. Whether it's good or bad, it's going to have an impact on us. The things that we take in so on social media, right? Think about your social media feed and what that looks like. Think about the things that you listen to on the radio. A long time ago, I stopped listening to secular radio music, hip hop, current hip hop, on my drives because it was getting into my spirit and I wasn't feeling good about that. And I started to think about, okay, the times that I have listened to those types of lyrics and songs that are played on popular secular radio stations, how did I feel after listening to that? I didn't feel great, right? Because if you think about the music that is played today on mainstream radio, hip hop, it's misogyny. It is a very over sexualized tone. It's just not uplifting music. And I am at a point in my life and have been at a point in my life for years now where I only want to allow the good into my mind and into my spirit because I want to feel a certain way. If I think about the GYSB movement, which is focused on elevating, getting to the next level of optimal living, which is what I always say, how do you do that? You do that by surrounding yourself with people who are like-minded, and they don't have to think and do everything that you do, but you have to and everybody in your circle needs to be on a path to elevation. They all need to be on their way to their next best level. Okay. And so I think about that when it comes to the people who are in my direct circle. I think about that when it comes to the things that I am reading. I think about that when it comes to the podcast that I am listening to. And yes, I listen to podcasts all the time because I am a podcaster. I also think about that when it comes to my music. I'm sorry if I'm looking all over the place because I'm still trying to figure out like where to look in order to, I think it's here. All right. So I'm here. I'm gonna look here from now on. So I think about that when I listen to podcasts and when I listen to music because I want to feel like I'm going somewhere. And what do I mean by going somewhere? I want to feel like I'm progressing, like I am evolving in the right direction, like I am taking myself, elevating my mind, elevating my spirit to the next level, right? So that's why this is so important. This passage is so important, Philippians 4 and 8. And, some of the things that she says here, it's a lot of things to read here, but let me just read a couple of things that she has here. And these are from her own thoughts. The Bible tells us to think of very specific things from above, not obsess over the advice or opinions of others. Are you feeling stressed, overwhelmed, or just in need of a little self care? Are you ready to embark on a journey of healing and self discovery? Well, the Journal Journey Travel Set by Beautiful Intentions is here to help. Curated thoughtfully by a mental health expert, this set harnesses the proven benefits of journaling, reducing stress, enhancing mood, fostering self awareness, and advancing healing. With a beautifully crafted journal, premium creative tools, and a guide to maximize your practice, your Journal Journey Travel Set is certain to launch you into a wellness revolution that promises you the peace and tranquility that you deserve wherever life takes you. It's time to prioritize your emotional well-being and begin your healing journey today. Visit mybeautifulintentions.com and use the code GYSBtalks for an exclusive offer. The Journal Journey Travel Set, your gateway to a healthier, happier, more beautiful you. Thinking about social media right now, all of the talking heads, I'm sure I've put up some myself, but all of the talking heads that are telling us how we should think, how we should feel, how we should act, right? What life needs to look like for us. What does the Bible say? What is God telling us in our own conversations and time with Him? It might not be what you're seeing on those talking head videos. And so often, like, I'll listen to some of those videos that have come across my feed, and I'm like, I don't like the way that feels. You have to be careful about that. The word tells us exactly what to think about. Think about things that are pure, true, worthy of respect. So when I think about the music that is out right now, it is not worthy of respect and it does not make me feel respected. When I think about music that is on like the secular channels, is what I'm saying. So I'm going to choose not to put that in my spirit on a regular basis. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and act holier than thou like I don't listen to that music ever because I do. I do listen to ratchet music sometimes and it's much less than I used to, but I do listen to it. I listen to it when I work out sometimes. I try to put on the clean version, but I know what goes into those slots where it's bleeped out, like because we grown and we've been there, done that. All right. So I'm trying to be more intentional about the kind of music that I am listening to on my runs, that I'm listening to on the treadmill, that I'm listening to when I'm doing my jump rope, that I'm listening to when I am maybe just relaxing and taking some time to just unwind. What am I allowing into my spirit? Is it pure? Is it honorable? Is it respectful? Do I feel like this is something that is allowing me to respect my body? Your mind is a part of that, right? So, what are you allowing to come into your spirit? Um, let's see. Our thoughts make way for our feelings, and our feelings influence our choices, perceptions, and ultimately our beliefs. So if you are allowing negative things into your spirit and you're not feeling good about that, you might make some choices that aren't so great. I think about times when I have allowed negative conversations to last too long, or negative self talk to last too long, and what I have done after that thing that's lasted too long. I have gone for a drink. And while I'm at the drink bar or at dinner, I have had more than one or two drinks because I wasn't feeling good, because I marinated in something that was negative for far too long. It didn't feel good to my spirit. It didn't allow me to walk away feeling good. Because I am reading things like this and putting great things into my spirit, I am now able to make more informed decisions when it comes to conversations, when it comes to things that I am selecting to listen to on the radio or listen to on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, or to have conversations about with other people. Is it pure? Is it honorable? Is it respectful? Do I feel good when I'm doing those things? And if the answer is no, then I don't want to do too much of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Um, so that's what I wanted to talk about today. I try to keep these solo episodes short and sweet. But I want them to be impactful. I want you to walk away thinking, is this something that I want to introduce into my life? Is this something that I want to do more of? Is this something that's going to help me elevate to my next level of optimal living? Is this something that's going to help me get my sexy back, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, or in my relationships? If the answer is yes, then I am going to continue to do more of these to help all of us, because we are all in this thing together. We're all elevating together. This is all really important information for those of us who are women in midlife, who don't want to stop living, who want to continue to be able to tap into our joy reservoir, and things like this, journaling and having text to refer to, is whether it's the Bible or whether it's a combination of the Bible and these journal entries that Marshawn Evans Daniels has created for us. These are the things that are going to help us be better. These are the things that are going to keep us in a space where we are feeling positive and confident in our abilities and confident in what the Word of God says we can have, be, and do. Okay. Again, I am not preaching. I am the last one to be anybody's preacher, but I really wanted to share this with you. And so if you don't have this book, you should definitely get it. Sometimes she puts it on sale, but it's worth the price if it's not even on sale. It's not even that much money. But here's the prompt. What old sayings and passed down opinions have lured you into believing that life is hard as opposed to magnificent? So that's something you can marinate on. One of the things that I talked about here was that saying is, it is what it is. We do that. It is what it is. But does it really have to be what it is? It is what it is right now. This might be like the current state of things, but it is what it is. Does it have to be that continually? Does it have to continue to be that? And if the answer is no, then it only is what it is temporarily. It's not a permanent is what it is. So that's one thing that I had picked up, from back in the day, that I want to, kind of stop saying or really question myself when I say that. And then the other thing is, life is hard. There are moments in life that are hard. There are situations in life that are often challenging and hard, difficult, but that isn't what it has to be all the time. So, in order to shift that, maybe there are times in life where we are going to face challenges, but that doesn't mean that life is always going to be hard. So, I say here that sometimes we find ourselves in tough situations, but if we aren't careful, we will accept and embrace this position as permanent, a place where we are instead of a place where we are for the moment. So permanent it is not. Okay, so that's just what I was talking about. Anyway, I'm not going to belabor the point, but I do want you to think about what you're allowing in your spirit, who you are allowing in your space, having access to you, and what you are doing on a daily basis to continue to elevate to your next level of optimal living. I am always, always, always so glad that you were here with me. Again, I will get to the point where I know where to look in the camera to do these videos better, to where it feels like we are really connecting. Because I know when I first started, I was looking over here, I was looking over there, I was looking down here, I was looking over here, and that's not helpful. We here. I'm trying to be here with you. We're trying to be here together so that we can elevate together. And in order for us to do that, when I'm doing these videos, I need to be able to connect with you through the camera. Please stay connected with GYSB Talks. You can like and subscribe and turn on your notifications in order to get the videos, the video podcasts. Every Monday, we are uploading new video podcasts at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I am also really interested in your feedback. I'm also really interested in knowing what you want to talk about, what you want me to talk about, what you want me to talk about with other guests. Do you have any suggestions for other guests who might be a good fit for the podcast? They don't always say yes, but I don't mind reaching out and asking if I think it's a good fit too. So please do share. There will be a Q&A section at the end of this episode. Always feedback when you can, when you have time. Take a moment to rate the podcast. If you love it, I would really appreciate that. That does help the podcast get more visibility, more eyes and ears on the podcast means that more people are joining us in elevating to our next level of optimal living. More people are joining us to get their sexy back. So, GYSB, baby, get your sexy back. Get your sexy back with me. Let's do this thing together. You can follow me on social media. I am GYSB Movement on all social media platforms. Looking forward to connecting with you there. I'm on Instagram, YouTube, and on TikTok. Mainly, I'm on Instagram. But yeah. I'm looking forward to staying connected with you. I am sweating. It's super hot. I'm sure it's hot where you are too. It's hot all over the dang world, y'all. This is crazy. This global warming. This ain't no joke. Okay, we are here. All right. Until next time, guys, it's been really great having you here, connecting on this beautiful topic. Stay positive. Keep those positive things coming into your mind and your spirit. Until next time, I'll talk to you later. Take care. All content on this podcast and any linked blog, podcast, webinar, course, or video material is created and produced for informational purposes only. The content is not intended to be a substitute for professional medical advice and should not be relied on as health advice. The information is general and may not be suitable for your personal circumstances or complete health objectives. Do not use this content as a standalone resource to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease for therapeutic purposes or as a substitute for the advice of a health professional. Never delay seeking advice or disregard the advice of a medical professional based on our content here on this podcast. If you have questions or concerns about your health or medical condition, please seek guidance from a medical professional.